right, we'll go ahead and get started. Today we're talking about Sage 100 from cart to customer, integrated e-commerce payments, pick, pack, and ship. Pleased to be joined by CertaPro, who's going to be talking about the web portal aspects today. Orders coming in to Sage 100 through Shopify or Magento. ScanForce is going to be talking about the mobile pick, pack combined with StarShip for the shipping component in the warehouse. And Nuvei is going to be talking about the integrated payments with Sage 100. Once again, my name is Adrienne Montgomery. I'm with ERP VAR. Here's the speakers that we're going to be joined by today. Ross Edison, he is account executive over at CertaPro. Nick Young, senior ERP consultant at CertaPro. They're going to be covering the Shopify and Magento integration with Sage 100, the cart to customer aspect. Brian Berry's with us. He's the business account manager over at ScanForce. Matt St. John, he's the senior sales executive over at V Technologies. And Kimberly Roma, she's the director of channel partnership over at Nuvei. Thanks you guys for joining me and offering your presentations today. A little bit about the company. CertaPro is based in Los Angeles. They're a leader in integrating Shopify with Sage 100. CertaPro's Shopify integration is powered by eLink, a two-way connector that handles all data connection points for business partner portals and other B2B, B2C e-commerce needs. As a Shopify partner and Magento, CertaPro also has a team of Sage certified developers, consultants, technicians, CPAs, and software programmers, and have a lot of years experience integrating their solutions with Sage 100, not only Sage 100, Sage 300, and Sage X3. And a little bit about ScanForce. ScanForce is a well-known warehouse management system in the Sage 100 community. They also work with Sage Intacct. They do the mobile pick and pack component of what we're going to be talking about today. They help you gain visibility into your supply chain with an automated inventory management system that seamlessly integrates with Sage 100 and Sage Intacct. Their solutions are made for any industry that handles inventory, whether you're looking for basic inventory control or require more complex warehouse management functionality. Their suite of inventory warehouse management solutions offer manufacturing automation and warehouse management, and their mobile sales software enables Sage 100 and Sage Intacct users to leverage barcode and mobile technologies to improve accuracy, streamline quality control, optimize processes, and increase profitability. Discover how ScanForce solutions can meet the unique needs of your business and extend the functionality of your Sage ERP system. And StarShip was developed by V Technologies, and it was founded in 1987, so they have decades-long experience. They provide integrated multi-carrier shipping software that connects your warehouse to your front office. StarShip partners with dozens of parcel and LTL carriers, such as FedEx, UPS, USPS, DHL, and Speedy. They also have LTL carriers, AAA Cooper, Saia, Old Dominion, RNL, XPO, and more. They have integrations with not only Sage 100, but they also integrate with Sage 300, Acumatica, Dynamics GP, Dynamics 365 BC, QuickBooks, SAP Business One, and Epicor. And e-commerce integrations with Amazon, eBay, Magento, and WooCommerce. And then Nuvei. Today, Nuvei is fully integrated payment and AR automation. They're going to be highlighting that full integration today. It's built specifically for Sage 100. They're a recognized leader in ERP native payment integrations for over 2 decades. Nuvei is committed to modernizing payment workflows, eliminating manual AR friction, and strengthening cash flow management for Sage 100 users. The Nuvei eCommerce suite plays a critical role in the Sage 100 ecosystem by offering a secure, compliant, and fully embedded payment experience designed to help businesses automate AR workflows. They can help you with pay by statement, capture for more, real-time bidirectional posting to Sage 100. They reduce day sales outstanding and improve cash flow. They lower your overall processing costs and they enhance your customer experience. And it also helps you stay ahead of compliance, so you don't have to worry about all that, the compliance requirements. They all, in level 3 data processing is included. It helps drive those costs down, those credit card processing costs down with all the data that's available in Sage 100. And they help you be ready for Visa's upcoming CEDP validation requirements. We're going to talk a little more about that. And they process billions of dollars annually across credit, debit, ACH, and financing transactions. They support hundreds of thousands of merchants globally in manufacturing, distribution, wholesale, and service-based industries. The same industries that rely on Sage 100 every day. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and let Ross get started here. I'm going to hand over the controls to you, Ross.
Again, hi everyone, and thank you for joining. I'm Rafael Levetissa with CertaPro Solutions, and I'll be kicking things off with the e-commerce side of the order process. Today's session follows the typical order flow most businesses experience, so from the online checkout to fulfillment, shipping, and payment. And we're very proud to be joined by some of the best in the space, highly regarded ISVs, to ScanForce for warehouse automation, StarShip for streamlined shipping, and Nuvei for powerful integrated payments. And again, just wanted to start with where it all begins, at the e-commerce and customer portals. So to kick things off on the e-commerce side, I'll give you a quick overview of CertaPro and eLink solution, which just bridges and builds out Sage 100 with platforms like Shopify and other web portals. Then I'll pass it over to Nick Young, our eLink product manager, who will walk you through a live demo showing how it works in real time. So a little bit about us. We're headquartered in Los Angeles, and we've been in business for over 10 years. And we specialize in integrating Sage ERP with e-commerce platforms such as Magento, WooCommerce, and Shopify. We're a very Sage-centric ISV, and Sage is the only ERP system that we work with and that we do this for, which means for you, we have a full team of consultants and developers for each end of the solution. And again, we have them in-house, so we can provide any custom solution that is required to meet your needs. Our eLink solution is compatible with Sage 100, Sage 300, Sage 500, Sage X3, and even Sage Intacct. And on the e-commerce side, we work and build out Magento open source, Adobe Commerce, WooCommerce, Shopify, and Shopify Plus. In today's demo, we'll be focusing specifically on the integration between Shopify and Sage 100. Shopify has significantly evolved over the past year, not only as a solution for small businesses, but now as a strong platform for mid-market and even enterprise-level organizations, with introductions of advanced AI capabilities and enhanced customization and tighter alignment with ERP functionalities. Shopify is becoming a strategic choice for serious commerce operations. And one of the most exciting updates we've rolled out is full support for customer-specific pricing on the Shopify Plus platform. That means if you have negotiated pricing, customer groups, or price lists set up in Sage 100, you can actually now reflect that live on your Shopify Plus store. Now let's get into the core. So eLink is the name of the integration, right? It forms a two-way sync between Sage and the e-commerce platform. It handles all of the data connection points between Sage and that portal. So again, your Sage customer information can now be updated to the web store or the B2B portal 24/7. Online orders can be created in Sage and be ready to be processed within minutes. And this is all completed without running any manual batch jobs or any manual export and import procedures. This is fully automated. And let me walk you through the core value of eLink brings to your business. So first, it would save your time, right? Because orders flow directly into Sage 100 without any manual entry, which cuts down on errors and processing delays. Second, it would protect your margins. So because it would be using the real-time inventory and customer-specific pricing from Sage. You're not relying on static price lists or risking mistakes. And it also would enhance the customer experience because your clients can log in 24/7 anytime. They can place orders, view stock, track shipment, view invoices, pull out any data that you want them to take a look at, and access invoices without actually calling your team. And all of this would lead to faster fulfillment, fewer support tickets, and just better cash flow for your business. And maybe most importantly for some, it helps you scale because you can process more orders without hiring more people. And without further ado, I will transfer controls to Nick and have him actually showcase the solution to you.
Thanks, Ralph. Okay, so this is our Shopify demo. Of course, eLink works with, like Ralph said, Adobe Commerce, which is formerly Magento, and WooCommerce, which is on WordPress too. So there are some different features there than what I'll show you here, but this is going to be a short Shopify demo. So I'm just going to go down to some products that we already have set up in the store. I'm going to place an order. So we'll just grab a couple of these radios and place an order real quick. And I'll show you how that goes into Sage, and then we'll, mimic the shipping process where you would send it to ScanForce and then StarShip to get your tracking numbers, and then we'll show how that goes back to Shopify as well. So we'll just add these radios to the cart, check out. In the cart, we do bring customer information into the e-commerce stores. If you are using Magento or WooCommerce, then we have fully integrated payment processing with the pre-authorization happening on the web, and we'll actually bring the tokenized transactions both for credit card or ACH into Sage, where then like Nuve could finish that sale process during the invoicing as well. So we'll go fake credit card and pay. Okay, so we just placed an order on Shopify. Our eLink product has several things like a queue where you'll be able to come in and see if there's errors when it tried to bring orders into Sage. Maybe your Sage isn't available, or there was some sort of error creating the order, like maybe the zip code doesn't exist in Sage. So we have an administrative platform where you can come in and see those. You also get alerts, email alerts that there would be errors or whatever it might be. So if we come in and we look, we can see previous orders that were sent. I think this is set up on a 1-minute schedule. We can also just quickly manually do the order processing if we need to, and without waiting for the next interval. So say a customer places an order and you don't want to wait for 5 minutes or whatever you set up the interval for the next order to come through, you can come in and manually process as well. So we'll just come in and export this order. And then when we go into Sage, we can go to sales order entry. Look at recent orders. You can see I have this new order that we just placed. Addresses will be our checkout addresses the customer put in. Lines, here's those 2 AM/FM radios that I put in. Our totals. We're using business objects, so when we load the customer information, it's going to load the customer's defaults, which happen to have like sales rep, commission rate, everything. So everything would be calculated the way you expect it to, as if you're entering the order directly in Sage. For this, we're going to do manual invoice data entry. You would likely be sending this out, using shipping data entry, sending this out to the warehouse, let ScanForce for your picking and packing, and then, go to StarShip to get that shipped out, where they'll bring back the tracking number. But here I'm just going to manually put in a tracking number. They'll put it in the same table as like StarShip would put. So I just want you to see that going back to the Shopify store. So we'll put in that tracking number and ship this complete. And then we'll go ahead and print that invoice as well to post it. So And after we do our update, you will see that we can come in and manually do the fulfillment. Again, this is all running on a cron job schedule as well. So if we just waited 1 or 2 minutes, you'll see that it automatically did the fulfillment here. So I didn't even have to push the button this way because it was already timed. So if we go back into our store and we look at our orders and we refresh, you'll see that we have that new order from just now. You can see it's already fulfilled inside of the Shopify store. And if we look at the tracking, that tracking number we put in Sage got added back to that order. So complete round trip for the orders. You can go through Sage, shipping, packing, and then we go back to Shopify with the information the customer would need. So we also sync all of the product information. So you have, your products can actually be created in the store based on products you create in Sage. All of your quantities get updated in the store based on the quantities that are in Sage. These are optional, so you could just create your products directly in the store as long as your SKU matches the Sage item number. We can still sync all the information you need to. And like Rolf said, for Shopify Plus, we can actually do the full Sage pricing inside of the Shopify store. So this is just a quick time-limited demo, so I'm going to go ahead and just wrap this up and pass it back to Adrian for the next presenter. But if you need any, if you have any questions or you need a more specialized demo where we can show you more, reach out to Rolf.
Thank you so much, Nick and Rolf. And Brian, it's your turn. You're going to be talking about the pick and pack along with StarShip for shipping.
Yes, and I hope that my screen share is up and running now. Adrian, do you have that on your side?
Yes, I see it. It looks great.
Great, thank you. Okay, Brian Berry here again with ScanForce. So once you have the sales order, now obviously we've got to go pick that stuff off the shelf, put it in boxes and get it out the door. And that's really where ScanForce comes in. Now, ScanForce and StarShip are obviously two separate entities. They can be used independently, but we work so very well together. And this really, the purpose of this presentation is kind of show that closed loop that was described where we take an order, pick an order, ship an order, get the payment for it. So I'm going to focus on how we work together more so than what we would do independently. But let's just take a brief look at who ScanForce is. First of all, we've been around for over 20 years. We grew out of Sage 100. It was a 100 user that said, hey, I want to scan barcodes. How do I do that? Something was written. And now we have over 10,000 users across Sage. Okay. And in terms of what we do, the core of it is WMS, which, if you're not familiar, stands for Warehouse Management System, fancy way of saying barcoding. Okay. We have 3 different versions, course selected Premier, so they can fit any sort of feature or function level needs that you have, as well as any budget constraints that you may have as well. So we have a solution that will fit your needs. And the WMS itself, all 3 versions, cover all the normal distribution functions that happen in the warehouse: receiving POs, movement of inventory, where are we storing things, doing physical counts, cycle counts, picking, staging orders, preparing them for shipment. If you're a manufacturer, over on the right, you see that we support all the Sage manufacturing components, whichever version or enhancements you use for manufacturing and production. We can do data collection on that as well. That can stand alone in some cases, or it can be used in conjunction with all of the inventory control distribution functions of the WMS. And what good would we be as a barcoding company if we couldn't print barcoding labels? So, of course, label printing is built in. It's a core part of what we do. It's oftentimes one of the scariest things for people to think about labeling stuff, but it's just built in. It's sort of automatic. It's one of the easier components. And the mobile sales, completely separate entity. I won't be focusing on that today, but if you have an outside sales team that goes out and wants to take orders in the field, or route sales, or take an order at a trade show, or will call counter, we have a solution that allows you to take orders, get it into Sage without being directly connected. Okay, so what's hot right now? I love doing this part with any time I talk to a group like this. It's either things that other Sage 100 users are calling me about. So if it's something that makes my phone ring as a Sage 100 user, these might be things that interest you as well. The first of them is license plating, which sort of stands for pallet tracking for most of us. If you have forklifts, side loaders, pallet jacks, things of that nature, then we should probably talk about how we handle license plating, or AKA pallet tracking. Imagine picking an order and putting 50 things on one pallet. ScanForce automatically prints you a label to go on the outside of the shrink wrap, and then you stage it. And then a day, a week later, whenever the truck shows up, you scan one barcode, instantly everything on that pallet ships. Big efficiency gain. Okay. Image capture, one of our newest and one of our most popular. Imagine you're receiving something and there's damage. Well, the scanner has a camera built into it. We could take pictures, we save them in Sage, and they're tied to that PO number. Or on the outbound, if you're shipping something out, you could take pictures of it before it ships. And then if it's damaged in a route, well, you have a little bit of coverage. I call this the CYA application. And so again, it works for both inbound and outbound. Production management, I hinted at manufacturing earlier, but again, PM is the way of the world that most people are going. So we do support all of the manufacturing enhancements, but PM by far, we're seeing a big uptick, people moving to PM. A lot of it is because they want to track labor. And ScanForce has really pushed the envelope on PM much further than Sage has themselves. We've added these 6 enhancements. And for instance, make to order. If you're a make to order shop as opposed to make to stock, when a sales order is entered, ScanForce can automatically create the PM work ticket to produce that material. We remove one step from the process every time. This work ticket material management, the second one, this one's huge. This is the crown jewel. For the first time ever in the history of Sage, you can reserve the raw material component inventory against a manufacturing transaction. Something that's never been done before, but we've developed this with material management, and we can do that now. So lots of things to talk about. If you're using PM, call me. Our PM can stand alone. Like I said before, it doesn't have to have the full warehouse piece. So if you want to dip your toe in the barcoding world, we can do PM, and we can grow into the other things as well. Okay. Last but not least, our friends at StarShip. Today, people put things in boxes, and then they go log into StarShip and they navigate through and they find their orders and they input some data and they hit a button and labels print out. And that works great, but we can make it better. Imagine with a scanner, you're scanning things into boxes with ScanForce, verifying that you've got the right thing so misships go to nil, okay? And then they hit a button to send that back to Sage. We're gonna ping StarShip behind the scenes for you, and the labels are just gonna automatically spit out. So your users on the shipping dock will never have to log into StarShip again on an order by order basis. It's just gonna magically appear. Let me show you how this is gonna work. I'm gonna run through a quick progression of screens. First of all, from our order processing menu that you see here, this is where we process purchase orders and sales orders. So if I went into sales order picking, I would see a screen that looks like this. I have 2 items to pick. I need to do a desk and some printer stands. Now the desk, the item code is D1000. The location where it exists in my warehouse is over here on aisle B, and I need 10 of them. That's everything that I need as a picker to do my job, okay? I don't have to have paper, it's all right here. Imagine a paperless warehouse. We can bring that to fruition. So I'm gonna go to aisle B, I'm gonna pick my desk, gonna pick my printer stands, and up at the top here, you see this package number. Now this is a base Sage function. It's been there forever, but most people don't even know it exists. But I can put some of the desks in package 1, or maybe a mix of desks and printer stands, however they nest together. And then I can increment up with the plus sign to the second package, and I can scan things into the second, third, fourth, fifth, as many packages as I need. And you'll notice I've got this little scale icon as well. When I click the scale button, it's going to pop up this extra window. Now, those of you that may be using ScanForce today, but not using this mobile ship, StarShip integration, this is a new screen for you. This is the only thing that changes with the integration. In order to print the labels, we need to know the weight and the size of each package. Now, we're not telling you have to weigh everything and then key it in. Most of our customers, they have a theoretical weight per unit, and computers are really good at math. So we take the unit weight times the number of units, and we can tell you how much this package is going to weigh. So that can be automatically entered. So it's one less thing your users have to do, and honestly, one less thing they can screw up, right? So then we need the box size. When you drop down this menu right here, you'll see these are all UPS boxes. That's not an accident either. So what we're doing is we're reading the ship via from the header, and we know this is a UPS shipment. So we're tied in with StarShip. We know all the appropriate box sizes for UPS, and that's what we display. The user simply selects that. And now I can see this is a 13 by 10 by 16. And if you need to do custom sizes, we allow for that too. So they can enter those as well, okay? Now you're going to get a summary screen, and it's going to tell you you've got 2 packages, you've recorded 2 lines, 0 unresolved means that you've picked everything complete. This order is ready to go. And you can either enter that weight and dimension information as you go, or you could simply click on this screen and you can see the different packages here. And here you see the completed information over the box size and the types and the quantities, and I can edit this information as if I want. So you're simply scanning into boxes, capturing the dimensions, the weight more than likely will automatically populate. Now, what we're gonna do when you hit accept, it's gonna send this data back over to Sage, it's gonna populate in shipping data entry. Then we're gonna ping StarShip behind the scenes and say, hey, we've gathered all the data you need, give me my labels, and they will just instantly spit out without your users having to log into StarShip every time. Imagine how much faster this is going to be, okay? Time is money. And imagine how much more accurate it can be by using barcodes to scan things and make sure that you're picking the right thing. And then, of course, the tracking information will flow back into shipping data entry, as it always does. Now, to make all this work, a couple of points. Obviously, it requires one of the 3 versions of ScanForce's WMS, okay? So you have to have the ability to scan things into boxes. It requires the StarShip Cloud-based version, okay? The first iteration of this was only for parcels, so the UPS, FedEx type shipments. It wasn't developed for LTL yet. That's coming in phase 2. I hope you're running 2016 or higher, okay? Now, StarShip prints these labels. Okay, I told you that ScanForce has label printing for products, but that's not even required. You don't have to have our labeling because this label is actually coming from StarShip. This is sold by us here at ScanForce because this is an add-on to the ScanForce picking packing solution, okay? And it is a subscription product, okay? So that's the process that we would go through to pass things over to StarShip and get our labels. So at this point, I will pass it over to my friend Matt and let him tell you more about what happens on the StarShip side.
All right, thank you. So I was just saying, thanks, Brian. I feel like I shouldn't even move on. I think you explained StarShip very well, but I really appreciate that. And before we start off, again, a little quick blurb about V Technologies, who we are as a company. As you see, we've been in business for over 35 years. At V Tech, all we do is integrated shipping solutions. So it really gives us the time so we can sit there and think about those little shipping nuances, shipping options, but really offer you a solution that's going to help streamline your whole shipping process. Now, we do integrate with the 14 other ERP systems, but today we're focusing on the integration with Sage 100. And with Sage, we've been working with them for over 25 years. We are a Sage Master Gold developer. And then StarShip, along with carriers like UPS and FedEx, we are a certified solution. And basically what that means is things like our shipping labels are going to be delivered to already certified. Also, UPS and FedEx do offer subsidy programs. And because we're a certified solution, you can actually use that free funding to purchase StarShip. Okay. Now, StarShip is a 100% cloud-based solution, and it is basically what we consider multi-carrier, multi-modes. So just think about as a shipper, of course, if we're not using the ScanForce Mobile Ship, we're going to just be able to use the StarShip interface to process all our different type of shipments. So things like blind drop shipments, international, LTL, small parcel, third-party collect, everything is just done through StarShip. And it's a live integration to Sage 100. So also being cloud-based, we do have different plans based on shipping volumes. But nice thing there is, you don't have to worry about doing updates any longer. We'll automatically roll out updates. We're going to host it and take care of it for you. But a lot of clients come to us and we find, many of the challenges is, for example, hey, I use 5 different LTL carriers. I have to go to different carrier portals. So wasting time. I'm also doing manual data entry inside of Sage. Maybe we're typing or cut and pasting those tracking numbers, or same thing on the shipping side. Maybe I'm typing in or cutting and pasting in a third-party account number. And of course, we know there could be errors and mistakes made. So we're going to help eliminate that. If we're looking to control shipping costs, again, disconnected systems. With StarShip, I'm just working in one platform. If needed, we have a lot of clients, yeah, we want to use your e-notify program. We want to send out a nice branded email to our customers about all the shipping information. Yeah, we use the UPS or the Quantum View or the FedEx email, but you know what? It's all branded with UPS and FedEx. So it'd be nice just to send a branded company email out to all our customers. And then, as I mentioned, with it being cloud-based, going to eliminate those IT security concerns. StarShip Cloud is hosted in Microsoft Azure, so you gain access to all the Microsoft security options. Okay. So why would we move with StarShip? Of course, as I mentioned, we are a solution and a company that we understand ERP systems. Again, we integrate with about 14, 15 ERP systems. We do offer e-commerce integrations. With that being said, just know our e-commerce is more on the back end. So we're just updating the e-commerce order with shipping information. It is nothing like CertaPro offers. It's not going to bring in the orders automatically. I highly recommend if you are looking for an e-commerce integration, that's the route you go. Again, it's going to save you time where you don't have to manually create orders. So just wanted to note that. As I mentioned, multi-carrier, multi-mode, you're going to be using StarShip to process all your type of shipments. Again, offer branded emails, multiple printing options. We have a lot of clients that ship, for example, Home Depot, blind drop shipments, and they have a special packing list that has to be used. So StarShip, we can create that packing slip and then even assign printing rules. So, hey, if the order's for Home Depot, automatically StarShip only print this special packing list. The live rate shopping, we're going to ping your carriers and return your live contract rates with the carriers. Our dashboard program is our reporting tool. So if we need anyone else to gain access to shipping information, hey, late delivery reports, what wasn't delivered on time, dashboard is going to give you access to really all the shipping data. And as Brian mentioned, the integration with warehouse management, as he showed you there with Mobile Ship, or if you're not using Mobile Ship, the other nice thing with ScanForce, hey, you're going to be able to do your pick pack. However you define that item box information is how it's going to flow into StarShip. Okay. And then if anyone out there is working with trading partners and requiring ASNs, we also integrate with the EDI solutions out there in the Sage world. Okay. So really, again, how we kind of resolve those shipping challenges, going to be able to rate shop dozens of small parcel carriers and LTL carriers from one platform, get rid of that manual data entry, control costs, but applying rules. So, for example, a lot of clients do best way shipping. And I kind of wanted to mention this because and sometimes we talk with customers and we talk about Mobile Ship and they're like, yeah, but you know what, I want StarShip to always select the least expensive carrier. So just know that inside StarShip, we can set up rules where, for example, best way shipping, and it will still do that behind the scenes if you are using Mobile Ship. Okay, so it's not like you have to stop, hey, that one I can't use Mobile Ship because we want to apply a rule, or even if you want to do freight rules, StarShip supports freight rules, hey, free shipping over X amount of dollars. I even have clients, yep, we have a checkbox in sales order entry. It's a user defined field. And we select that where we want StarShip to automatically change the service to next day, for example. So again, a lot of options there with inside StarShip, so it can automatically select carriers and, based on your criterias. Live integration of Sage 100, that's live looking at order header as well as line item information. We can also bring in user defined fields. So again, that's going to be live looking at the data, live bringing the data inside StarShip, but most importantly, live real time pushing the data back into Sage. So as soon as your shipper processes that shipment, Sage is going to be updated with all the shipping information. So things like freight cost, freight price, and of course, tracking or pro numbers. Okay. And kind of already talked about the branded custom email notifications. And again, with that being a cloud solution, we're going to gain access to reducing all those security threats. Now, here's a snapshot of some of those carriers that we do integrate with. So again, with StarShip carrier integrations, going to offer you live real-time rate shopping. Again, being real-time, for example, if UPS tomorrow updates a fuel surcharge, when you rate shop with StarShip, it automatically is going to pick up those new rates. So there's no downloads or updates that need to be done. With the LTL side of things, so a lot of these carriers, of course, or all of them do support live rate shopping, but a lot of them also support things like returning pro numbers and electronic pickup, where StarShip will automatically ping the carrier to let them know that you have something ready to be picked up. Some other things, options that we have and kind of advantages for our customers. First off, we just worked with UPS, and we now offering our clients this enhanced declared value. So anyone, that $100 declared value is always included. But as you see here with the EDV program, you're going to actually receive 30% savings on those declared value surcharges, of course, better coverage, faster claims, and all of this with no disruption, if I can talk, to your shipping process. Okay. Other things with StarShip, so with it cloud-based, as I mentioned, we do have different plans. So we do have small parcel plans, small parcel and LTL, but just know with, for example, like a small parcel plan, you are going to gain access to all our small parcel carriers. Also, things like unlimited users. But I find a lot of clients, yeah, we only use UPS and FedEx, but hey, you know what? Now USPS is included. Let me take a shot. Let me start using them. And as you can see, a lot of these clients do come back and say, wow, yeah, of course it's going to depend on the zone and the weight of the package, but hey, it really is saving us money over over UPS or FedEx. So as you see, you can save up to 22%. Again, as I said, based on the weight and zone. You are, through our integrations, going to gain access to the new CEC merchant rates. So you'll immediately gain those. But again, something that, hey, it's included, you might as well take advantage and just at least see it so you can rate shop and maybe, again, set up a rule and StarShip would automatically change it. So even the shipper doesn't have to worry about doing that. And as a thank you for anyone joining today's webinar, you see we do have some special November promos for you, webinar promo that you can save up to 50% off our subscription plans and also gain access to 2 free additional months. Okay, so definitely if you are interested, please feel free to reach out to us. More than happy, we can send out a discovery document. You fill that out, return it back. That document's just going to give us a better idea of your shipping needs, make sure, of course, StarShip's a good fit for you. And then we can schedule a call where we'll quickly go over that document, jump into StarShip's live integration with Sage 100, and, of course, answer any questions that you might have. But appreciate the time, everyone.
Thank you. Okay, perfect. Hi, everyone. Adrian gave us a really nice intro earlier, so I'll go ahead and just jump right in. Today, we're going to focus on the power of a connected Sage 100 ecosystem that unifies every step of the order to cash process. So you've heard from everyone else, and we're going to kind of take it home here with the accounts receivable side. And on the Nuvei side, we're going to review how you can gain insight into key accounts receivable challenges that impact Sage 100 users, like delayed payments, manual reconciliation, limited payment flexibility, and the absence of compliant surcharging tools. We're going to discover how integrating Nuvei's payment automation within Sage 100 reduces day sales out, enhances visibility, and accelerates cash flow through AR automation, customer portals, and real-time data sync. And finally, we're going to take a look at Visa's new commercial enhanced data program and how the upcoming compliance changes may affect your payment processing and interchange qualification. I'll start with 4 common areas that merchants experience pain points in with their AR process. So first would be manual reconciliation and data entry errors. Here we see too much time spent manually matching payments to invoices, which drives up labor costs. Manual processes increase the risk of errors, and that can lead to delays for month-end closing and also damage customer relationships when disputes arise. Secondly is cash flow, delayed cash flow, high day sales out. Businesses struggle because customers take longer to pay when payment options aren't convenient or integrated into the invoice process. This ties up working capital, it makes cash flow unpredictable, and complicates forecasting, funding, and growth planning. A third pain point we see a lot is the limited payment methods and poor customer experience. Customers today expect a choice: ACH, credit cards, digital wallets, and without this flexibility, payments are slower. A clunky or limited payment experience leads to delayed collections and more support calls. And then finally, poor visibility. So lack of real-time visibility into your AR performance. Without accurate, up-to-date insights into invoice and collection status, leaders can't make proactive decisions. It makes it harder to spot at-risk accounts early or adjust cash flow strategies in time. So when we talk about modernizing accounts receivable, the real game changer is embedded payments. fully integrated directly inside the Sage ERP your customers live in every day. Embedded integrated payments eliminate the swivel chair effect. Your team never has to jump between systems, rekey data, or reconcile manually. Everything happens right in Sage. You can vault customer payment accounts, securely storing their preferred payments methods, and use them to pay transactions directly in your ERP. So when it's time to collect, your AR team already has everything they need at their fingertips. And whether you're posting a new transaction or cleaning up an existing one, you can take a payment instantly inside Sage directly within standard workflows. Every payment automatically posts back to the right GL account as part of standard Sage transaction processing, no separate reconciliation, no manual journal entries, no risk of mismatched records. And because every customer is different, we support the full range of payment options right out of the box. ACH, card present, card not present. So from the counter sales team to your field techs to your AR specialist, everyone can take a payment in the way that makes the most sense for their customer. Integrated payments streamline AR, accelerate cash flow, reduce errors, and give your customers a frictionless payment experience all inside the Sage ERP that they trust. It's faster, cleaner, and dramatically more efficient, and that's the power of embedded payments. Let's shift to the customer portal, and this is where you give your customers a modern, intuitive way to pay you while you stay fully in control of the experience. The portal is designed to feel like your digital storefront, not a generic payment page. Here, merchants can configure their brand colors, logos, fonts, messaging tone, so your customers get a clean, consistent, professional experience that reinforces your brand with every payment. And an anonymous guest payment link allows customers to open a secure link, review what's due, pay instantly with no account and no setup required, which is going to drastically reduce the friction and accelerate that cash collection for you. Behind the scenes, you get fine-grained control over how customers pay, all based on your rules. So merchants can restrict payment methods, enable automatic processing fee recovery, send automated customer notifications, and you kind of decide exactly how you want customers to interact with the portal, and the system enforces those rules for you. And for businesses that need to secure funds before fulfillment, the portal supports sales order pre-authorizations, so customers can pre-authorize a card, securing funds upfront and avoiding delays in shipping, delivery, or service. And my favorite feature, pay by statement. Customers can see all their open invoices. They can select one or all, make a single consolidated payment, and automatically apply it across their outstanding business. This is going to reduce the number of payments your team has to chase and makes life easier for the customer. So the customer portal gives your customers a modern, streamlined, and fully branded payment experience while giving your business powerful controls, reducing risk, and faster cash flow. One of the first questions we always get when we're showing our integration is, what does it cost? And the honest answer is it truly varies by merchant. Pricing is based on transaction volume, card mix, business industry, and especially the fee structure a merchant is aligned to. There are different pricing models. We have flat rate, tiered pricing, and Interchange Plus. And when our team recommends Interchange Plus, it's because we know that the merchant can benefit from level 3 savings. So what is level 3? Level 3 processing is a specialized type of credit card transaction designed for B2B and government payments. It allows merchants to pass additional line item and tax details with the transaction, which helps card networks validate the data and reward the merchant with lower interchange rates. Level 3 processing can reduce costs by roughly 0.5% to 1.5% per transaction versus standard level 1. For B2B companies, that translates into massive savings. And you could see here, going from the top where it was a tiered structure down to an Interchange Plus model, you can find some massive savings like this. So the reason that I'm discussing level 3 with you today is that this is becoming even more important with Visa's upcoming Commercial Entity Data Program, or CEDP, which is going to go into effect April 2026. Here's why merchants need to pay attention. Non-certified merchants could see interchange fees increase by up to 51%. Visa is going to have a 0.5% fee on all level 2 and level 3 transactions for non-certified merchants. And merchants who aren't compliant will lose access to level 3 discounts. And non-compliance can trigger audits and operational disruption. So compliance isn't optional, it's critical to controlling costs. And this is where Nuvei really differentiates. We proactively certify merchants under CEDP with no disruption to their payment operations. With Nuvei, merchants receive automatic CEDP identification and certification, minimal to zero operational disruption, and the lowest possible interchange rates. Real-time monitoring as visa requirements evolve. So when merchants ask about cost, the real conversation is about total cost of acceptance and how we protect and maximize their savings long-term. So Nuvei is going to ensure that we don't just get the right rate today, but that you, the merchant, stay compliant and cost optimized going forward. And finally, to kind of sum everything up, when we're talking about modernizing payments inside your ERP, Nuvei brings a clear advantage to the table: efficiency, savings, and deep ERP expertise. First, Nuvei helps companies save real money through level 3 processing. We also help companies reduce risk instantly. Sensitive cardholder and bank data is stored in an encrypted and tokenized format. Integrated payments remove one of the biggest drains on AR teams: manual duplicate data entry. Payments post automatically, journal entries are recorded as part of normal processing, no rekeying, no cross-system reconciliation. And the best part, everything happens inside the system your employees already know. No switching screens, no third-party portals, no new workflows to learn. And unlike generic payment processors, Nuvei has over 2 decades of ERP integration experience, deep understanding of Sage workflows, a dedicated ERP-focused support team, and a partnership model focused on long-term value. So when you put all this together, cost savings, stronger security, embedded AR automation, and ERP-first expertise, Nuvei becomes the most logical payments partner for any Sage customer looking to streamline processes and reduce operational friction. Thank you again so much.
I appreciate everybody. Take care. Bye-bye.